And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now it's Watson looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. He'll get this complete into the hands of Riley Ridley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays. And they didn't see.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now the try here for the point after. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Set 60 Pittsburgh. Blue day, blue day.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Khalil Mack, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Going deep for Dick. And got his man complete. The 30. The 20, 10, and he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kareem Hunt, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Right here.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Three bucks.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Three bucks.
Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception, but not on that one. Everything came together and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
They go play action here on first down, and they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. The corner blitz works to perfection for A.J. Boye. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Watson. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
On the ground, it's Cook. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And out across midfield down to the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Protein spill.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Here we go. Whip. Watch the whip. General West.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They'll start things on 1st with Torrey Cohen. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for the Bears. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Draw play, Cohen. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
What's the old adage, partner? Don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes the mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice gain.
First down, a run with Cohen. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll try the right side here with White. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Now Cohen. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal.
A 4-yard gain brings up second and goal at the 2-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where I came from.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Tariq Cohen hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have retaken the lead. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Second and 10 now from the 27. Second and 10. It's complete to Diggs. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
Let's go.
Back to throw now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That way.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Break. 6-6. Pull it high.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Back to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Weil. And this will be taken at the 13. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's Watson dancing to his left. And that's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And Diggs has it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
10-2 stop.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Left side caught by Diggs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw here. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Here we go. 10 over. Let's go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Galvin away and bring up 2nd down.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 42.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the Bears' 37.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And he's able to find Diggs. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Hey, watch the slant.
They'll run with Cook. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Here's 2nd and 8. He's got it. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the 44, Watson. This is Jeff Swain, the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. This is Cohen. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
No chance. Watch the twist. Watch the 31.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
Brings up third down and 4.
This is that. Great team. 54. Alert.
On third down, a run with Cohen. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And his kick is good. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it.
Now a hit and a loose football.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity.
In a one-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays. It could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this one? This is pretty big.
I put a star. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. That's complete to Sharp. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
First down, Minnesota.
Ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they... There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 44-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They run it again with Cook, and they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Again, it's Cohen. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run on first down. Cohen looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down.
At the 46-yard line.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Well, a clear running situation. Trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Give him 23 yards on the pickup. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a one-point game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Switch. Put him towards down. He's coming. Check 26. Check 26.
From the red zone now, Watson. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now Watson. Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Into the hands of his tight end, Jeff Swain. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jeff Swain in the final minute. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Watson buying time to his left. And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Back to throw. It's caught by Treadwell. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And Diggs has it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. And with 4 seconds remaining, they will call the timeout. So just enough of a cushion there to bring on the field goal unit and try to send this one to the extra session. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And his kick is indeed good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got him in, complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A huge play there in overtime, and even 40 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Watson now to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They try again with Cohen. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Bears, they continue to put themselves in position for a first.